Welcome back guys to the channel, and in this series of images you need to see something very impressive and at the same time something that archaeologists always try to escape from this question, and that is the following. Why are we seeing in many cultures across the world, doesn't matter if it's Asian, Mayan, African, Bali, you name it, there's a lot of interesting architecture which is very similar in terms of the gods they represent, the forms, the shapes, the angles, like even the wings of these gods. It's just impressive because this sort of stuff, or even the statues for example, and the staircases, and of course the temples, and this just shows something very interesting and something very important, that something here does not make any sense. The history as we know it has been manipulated in a way which is impressive, and the fact that the world was already connected thousands of years ago. That's right, all these cultures which you believe that they may be separated is not that true, because these cultures are not actually as separated as you would expect. There's plenty of evidence that the positioning of all these places, and even the Egyptian cultures which are represented again in South America and North America, again shows this coincidence is much more than just a simple coincidence. The answer to this is fairly simple. The cultures as we know them, the cultures of the world, are shared between every single nation, as in the past there was effectively one civilization which constructed the pyramids, constructed the temples, constructed all these things, and they were the same god. There were not multiple gods, there were not multiple like ancient initial civilization, there were just one initial great civilization, and this peoples, or you can call them whatever you want them, people normally call them the Sumerians for example, were effectively a group of people who had the knowledge and technology to build this technology and then share it with the people around the world. Now, the question is, of course, the following. If these people built these things, then why did they disappear? This is maybe one of the greatest mysteries we know in humankind so far. And this is why the current modern archaeology does not want to talk about this in detail, because this is a topic which they have no idea how to answer to. And in current modern archaeology, when they don't know the answer to a question, what do? Very simple. They just pretend they don't know the answer. And, or better said, they just ignore it and they just say that, well, it's coincidence, it's just because of the influence. But wait a second, what influence are we talking about here? How can a pyramid from Mexico be so similar to a pyramid from Indonesia or a pyramid from Egypt? How can, we see different forms and different mosaics and different like shapes and circles and symbology, which is so similar to what we've seen in many other continents in the world. And guys, I think this is one of the most fascinating things in the world. This is extremely fascinating. I'm really surprised why not that many people talk about them, because this is just something just incredible, right? Now, of course, there could be different answers to this. Like I said, maybe the most common answer would be that these people who created these amazing wonders left planet Earth because maybe they found a better place to live, maybe they found, something better, maybe just they got extinct, who knows. But like, if they went extinct, was this a natural event or was this a artificial accident which caused the culture, the civilization to reach such an advancement point that they just got extinct? And then how did we survive? How did we manage to survive that extinction event? There's so many questions here, and of course there's not enough answers because these things are just so confusing, especially because we're missing the key point, in that we don't know where did this civilization went, where did this primordial civilization with this knowledge actually disappear. So yes guys, this is, from my point of view, one of the greatest mysteries which we are not looking at closely enough to understand our origins. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? And very important, who made us, or better said, who made everything around us, because it was damn right it was not humans. And we've seen this in the architecture. It's just too similar in places which are, by the way, separated by literally thousands of kilometers. We're talking about a distance which is sometimes more than 10,000 kilometers separation between two different cultures which have similar architecture and have similar depictions of their gods. Guys, this just cannot be coincidence. It's just impossible. It's physically, mathematically impossible to happen. So yes, the mystery is there, and I'm pretty sure one day in the future we will find out, unless of course the current humankind is also erased in a reset, and of course nobody will find out, but time will tell. Guys, that's it for today's short video on this very unique and special topic, which I would hope that more people talk about. And as always, I shall see you later in the next upload.